speaking of cops and the law, you know, right now it seems like they're definitely, you know, certain things are getting done. They are a little scared about certain shit. They done took cops off the TV. You know, no more bad boy. What you want? What you want to do? When sheriff bang gun for you. No more. I don't even think they're gonna play the like the reruns.
Yo, they got Aunt Jemima out of here after 135 years.
Right. Well, I want to focus on cops for a minute. So, as far as laws that we need to get rid of, last week, I didn't have I said I knew that there was a law that protected the police, but I really didn't have the name of it. Although my man Greg put it in the caption of the show, but it's called qualified immunity. Okay, qualified immunity is something that protects police from being like personally sued or gone after for any wrongdoing that they do. That needs to be eliminated.
Yes.
Okay? If this motherfucker had the, hang on now, if I do that, I could fuck around and lose my house. I could lose, you know what I mean? Like, if they found that I did the wrong shit here, this motherfucker could sue the shit out of me, you know? And you can still hate black people, it's cool, but his hatred for nigga, I don't want this nigga to own my house. I don't want this nigga to fucking, I better think about that. You know what I mean? So we gotta use our power and influence right now. Fuck getting
to
cops.
Get it all
I'd rather you keep cops on the damn TV and motherfucking get rid of qualified immunity.
Right.
Give me little bullshit. You know what I mean? Aunt Jemima and all that type of symbolic shit. Like that's.
Thank you for not streaming Gone with the Wind anymore. Thank you.
Right. Like,
yeah.
like
But now we need
what's his name talked about that? Shit. And then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was like, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said it shouldn't be taken off, but it should be. They should have explanations on why they did that. They should explain what the history of that character was with Hattie McDaniel and Butterfly McQueen and the subservience. They said they shouldn't totally take it off. There should be a thing where when you show it, you explain it and break that shit down. I kind of agree with both, you know, because white folks need to explain that shit. Like explain why blacks were shown that way, and it's no different now. We still are they kind of do it to us still in different ways of cooning and shit like that.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
now,
it's still that way.
Hang on, my next thing is demilitarizing the police.
Yes.
Like, why do these motherfuckers gotta move like they army motherfuckers, and they not even trained for that type of shit.
No, they're a bunch of bums. Motherfuckers got look like army people.
They got tanks. They got fucking, you know, all this armored fucking gear, and it got these motherfuckers even more pumped up, to make them feel like they're going against the people. You know what I mean? They're not supposed to be the military. The military is the military.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Y'all motherfuckers are supposed to protect and serve. So take all that bullshit from them. Demilitarize the police.
Demilitarize the police. And also another one we discussed too. I think that cops should be from the neighborhood. I don't think you should be allowed to police any district or town or city that you don't live in. Like part of that, I think a big part of that would even improve relations, and you have now it becomes like a self-governed place. Now the cops are, auntie and uncle. It's like it's people from the neighborhood. They know the children, they know the families. You see it in any of these other rural towns where Jake in jail is the mayor's brother. Hey, we got, you know, we got Bob drunk again. He's in the cell. Come on out, Jay. Like, we need, you know, we need to get back to community like that with our cops. Like, a lot of these cops are living in these suburban neighboring towns or coming from other places. Their only interactions with Black people are at work, on the job, and they're coming to police the hood. That all they just saw how crazy they just saw how crazy it looked on television. They just heard their kid listening to fucking to Chief Keef and them, and it's like, and now they're going to work, and now they see these kids, and it's like they don't know that this guy is really a gentle giant, or the class clown. It's like they just automatically and they shoot. So I think that would make a huge difference. And I could have swore it used to be like that, because I know the crossing guard cop, that patrolled our school, like, he was that guy, like, all through my daughter going to elementary school. It's like the neighborhood cop is that, since that feeling, that connection is gone. And I know it used to be like that, because I felt like it was like that way with cops and with teachers. It's like they're not from the neighborhood. They're not from the town.
But it has to be, they're purposely doing it. They want that. They got to have that. I think they do it on purpose. But like you said, if we really defund the police, we start going, okay, we're paying taxes to be beaten by the same. What the fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
People are talking about this defunding the police. And it's like, you got to understand what that means. Like, that also goes into what I'm saying of demilitarizing the police, because the fact that they have enough money, that they have surplus budgets to be able to buy a fucking tank or a rocket launcher or whatever, some dumb shit. Like that's the type of defunding that money can go elsewhere. That money can go towards, you know what I mean, programs. Motherfucker, y'all took the fucking instrument. Y'all took the instruments out the school. Like, but the police got a tank. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, and then you wonder why the kids are not, connected with certain shit.
Defund them
up for failure. Like,
defund them and make them live in the neighborhood. Like, they have to, you have to reside where you work if you're gonna be a civil worker like that. So you at least, even if you ain't fucking with us, the lay of the land, and you're not gonna be so reactive to everything.
Now, like I said though, that is a good idea, and I agree with it. But the fundamental premise, though, that these motherfuckers are being trained in the police academy to be dickheads. Like, you know what I mean? They're there to dominate the people. Like, one of the biggest things that really, and especially Black people, one of the biggest things that police hate is when you don't listen to them. Like, they want you to obey them. Like, obey my commands. Like, if you don't obey them, they act like you've committed some of the most cardinal sin. I just fucking watched this video, and they did this to a white man. I was surprised.
Yeah.
But this white man, he was an exterminator, and, he'd have a BB gun to kill, like, little, birds or some shit like that. So he was staying at a hotel, and somebody seen a BB gun.
Oh, that was crazy.
Called the police on him. They had him all, they had him in the hallway, and they played a sick game of Simon Says with him, like, don't move. If you move, you might get killed. Like the shit was making him mad nervous. Put your hands out. Put him down. Like they ultimately ended up killing this motherfucker.
Man, that was crazy.
But while they was doing this to him, what the fuck, he said some shit about it's not for you just obey. You don't such and such. Like, that's the type of shit he was saying to this motherfucker. And like, that's the common thread with most of these motherfuckers, that'll be, oh, he moved, he wasn't obeying my, like, fuck you.
Let's talk about the psychology of these officers, though. Like, a lot of these officers are the kids that were punks and got bullied, and you know, and they grow up and they join the police force, and they, you know, they get badges and guns, and now they think they're tough shit. But in real life, they were, you know, they were punks all their life. They couldn't fight a lick. Like, I do agree that there definitely needs to be, you know, their de-escalation tactics definitely need. If they're gonna spend money on anything, they need to spend money on that. Teaching these motherfuckers how to actually, you know.
What they actually do, though, Rob, they know how to act, because they got. Do you see the footage of that naked white man running around who just murdered 2 people, and the cops are chasing him around, calming him down. He's hitting them, doing this. The other white man that beat up those 2 cops and stole the car, and the girl's like, "Don't, you're gonna get in trouble. Stop." And he's fighting them. Remember, he's like, "You're gonna get in trouble, Jerry. Stop it, Jerry." And his ass is showing, the white dude's ass, and he's fighting, going, and he's fucking whooping their ass. He beats one of them with their own baton. He's like, and then he's like, "Stop it, Jerry. Stop it. You're gonna get in trouble, Jerry." And they showed his nasty white ass, and he jumps in the car and drives off with their fucking car. They didn't shoot him. They just tell them to shoot black people and kill blacks and Latins. That is what they're told. It's like a fucking stoplight.
That's what I'm saying. It's part of the white supremacist training of being a police officer. And I don't feel like, and they teach black people that shit too.
Yes,
and like, first of all, what you're saying, right, about people living in, like, what white people is gonna live in the neighborhoods that they're not gonna even want to live there, and if they did,
that's okay. That's okay. So we have our black brothers and sisters in our neighborhood, and we working together, policing our own, and y'all take y'all racist asses out to the burbs and go police.
Right, but the way their system is, they not gonna do that. That's why we gotta almost come up with our own shit. That's why. And listen, nigga,
the own shit I'm coming up with. That's
right. But you're talking about fixing the police that already exists. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying, fuck these motherfuckers.
And
we make our own police.
What I'm saying is going to create a new generation of police that are homegrown.
What I'm saying is it's not going to work within that system. As long as they go to their academy, there's going to be problems.
Well,
we need our own fucking academy. We need our own training. Our own police force.
It's going to be degrees, but right now, today, they're not going to eradicate that academy today or tomorrow. We don't know.
No, we could start creating our own police force.
We don't know how long that's going to take.
Start doing that now.
But something
that can earlier happen with Elijah Muhammad and do for self.
Something that can happen before that is a law that can fix what's going on right now until we get to that.
Right, and so you know what the white people would do? I feel like, as to get around that, because they're gonna have to work in those neighborhoods. So they're gonna buy homes in their neighborhoods, and they're gonna create their own little enclave.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be smart. They're gonna do what we should have been did. They're going to create their own little enclaves within that fucking jurisdiction. So that whole block is going to be filled with just white police officers. You understand? Yeah. They're all going to live around each other on the same block. They're going to make sure they buy up all the shit around each other so that they still going to now have themselves isolated within the community. But yes, they'll still be forced to deal with the community a little more than they, you know what I mean?
I think that's the start.